Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you a brief overview of all of the resources that we at Fidelity National Title have the ability to offer you as realtors and make you not only more effective, but make your day-to-day life even easier. So the first resource that I wanted to cover is Fidelity Total Farm. And so what this resource allows you to do is create as many farms as you like. And within those farms, it allows you to filter by homeowner demographic types. So for example, I can come into a farm I've created in South Shores, and I can break that farm up by the type of ownership. So whether that's out of state, absentee, or owner occupied, or even some preset filter based on that farm stat breakdown in terms of the actual sales data. So you see here, I can break down by out of state or absentee and actually see which homeowners in this South Shores farm that I created meet that criteria. On top of that, I can even source their contact information. So I can get their phone numbers and emails by going to actions, get emails and phones, and then getting their phone numbers and emails and start doing calling campaigns or email blasts with resources like MailChimp. I can also do targeted social media ads to this farm. So I can come in here and launch a targeted social media ad and basically have anything that I want seen by people that I'm not even friends with on Facebook. So if I'm doing something maybe once a month, I can have my contact information, my face, my brand on their Facebook and Instagram pages once a month for a fee associated with that. So if you're looking for ways to create farms that'll self-update every 2 weeks, gives you the ability to actually look at the statistic breakdown of that farm based on sales data, recent history in terms of how things are selling in the area and the actual breakdown of the farm, and then have some really deep functionality with targeted social media ads and actually getting information from those people. Fidelity Total Farm is the resource for you. And if you want to learn how it works, there's actually a playlist in my channel. If you scroll down, you'll see all things real estate with Fidelity Total Farm. It'll show you how to create an account and then get started just by simply creating a farm. And then you can dive deeper from there. Secondly, if you're looking for a resource to do two main things, the first being to generate property profiles. So let's say that you're coming up on a listing presentation and maybe you want to do a little bit of a deep dive on that property before you actually sit down with that seller. So maybe you want to see some of the property documents, maybe you want sales comps, maybe you want to see the property tax history as well. You can do that really easy with Fidelity Passport. So I can type in an address here at the top of the page. I can actually create a property profile. Like I said, I can get property documents if I wanted. I can get sales comps as well and filter those sales comps. It can turn out to something like this, which I can easily just download and have that information with me and actually have some of these documents hyperlinked, such as grant deed or any liens and judgments as well. Obviously, you have the ability to always reach out to me and I can send you a digital copy of a property profile as well as a printed version. But if you're just on the fly and want something quick, Fidelity Passport is a good resource for you. The second thing that Fidelity Passport is great at is letting you build even more niche lists than Fidelity Total Farm. What's nice is that Fidelity Passport, this resource I'm showing you now, and Fidelity Total Farm can connect. So you can create a niche farm within Fidelity Passport, which I'll go over, and actually upload it to Fidelity Total Farm and now have it self-update every 2 weeks as well. But just a couple of examples of what you can actually create with some of these lists. One such example would be a list broken down by city here, so you can see at the right side of the screen. I created a very niche list where it is all residential properties in Rancho Palos Verdes. They're all owner occupied. They're all at least 55 years or older. They're all from these ethnicities, so at least one of these, and they're all delinquent in their actual property taxes. So they might be in a little bit more of a distressed situation, might have a little bit more urgency to actually sell that property. And so now you can basically download this data list, upload it into Total Farm, and have the same exact functionality. And that's what's nice about getting used to these resources is you start to learn how you can combine these, and that's something I'm happy to help you with. Another list, for example, would be Rancho Palos Verdes once again, and I specify just properties that are condos, homeowners that are at most 40 years old and come from these occupations: veterinarians, psychologists, nurses, military, attorneys, etc. And now you can reach out to them with a specific angle in mind. So if you're looking for very niche lists, Fidelity Passport is a resource for you. And then third, another great resource is for actual day-to-day interactions, maybe with some of your buyer clients, your seller clients. even your sphere of influence. If you're just talking real estate with somebody in your life, this is a good resource for you. So what you can do is buyer monthly payment estimates. So you can break down based off of the home price, the loan type, the percentage down. You can change this easily as well within this calculator and hit done. You can hit compute and it'll create a monthly payment estimate for you. What's great about this resource is all of these calculators that I'm just going to go over very briefly can be made into a pre-made template for you really easily within the app. And it will have your contact information, your headshot, your color that you want for your brokerage with all of the same information. So whether that's the buyer monthly payment estimate or the other calculators, all of this functionality exists within here. So you can see, for example, and I actually did it ahead of time, you can even change the language on these reports. So if I wanted to change it back to English, I can come in here to language, select English. I can change the color options if I wanted as well. And it'll have the buyer monthly payment estimate and the escrow title information as well. So if you're trying to generate off of this, or maybe you're talking to people at an open house, this is a good resource that all of a sudden I can easily text to somebody or email to somebody and get their contact information from this. I can also do seller net sheets, so show what a seller on a listing presentation could gain by actually selling a property with me. And I can actually easily plug in the remaining loan balance and property tax information by simply just entering in the property address, and it'll find that for me and plug it in. I also have all of these other calculators, such as a rent versus buy calculator, a qualification calculator. I can walk a buyer through the entire qualification process and show them what they can afford in a monthly payment based on their income and debt levels as well. And all of these can be made, once again, into a template that's going to have your information on it. And then lastly, for the price of 99 cents a month or $10 a year, you get access to this entire premium suite, which has pre-made real estate infographics. Basically, they release multiples of these each month, and these can actually be pre-formatted for different social medias. So for example, up here, if I go back to that app, I can go by Facebook post, Instagram story, or Instagram post and have that same information. I also have lenses that I can place over photos or videos I take, personalized videos that are about real estate topics once again. And each of those videos at the end will have my headshot and my contact information or lead gen calculator. So I can send people calculators that exist within this app and they can play with them themselves and see the information. And on the back end, they can put in an email or contact information and I get emailed with that information. So I could use this as a post, send to people, put it on flyers, whatever it may be. So these are just some of the resources that we have at Fidelity to help you in your business, whether that's day-to-day, creating the back-end systems, trying to lead generate, whatever it is. And if you didn't see anything here, I probably have the ability to access that as well. So if you'd like to see more information on this, the playlists for some of these are below. I also release videos weekly about different ideas, tech, marketing, systems, whatever it may be. And I'm always happy to jump on a Zoom as well. So if you want a 5-minute breakdown of a quick resource or you wanted an hour-long session where we go deep into some of these things, feel free to click the link below and schedule a meeting.